We're live at NAMM. It's been a busy day yesterday. It's going to be even better tomorrow on Saturday. One of the best things we've done here in a while has been the new Hearback Octo. And we're real proud of this guy. He is basically going to be the next generation of our original 8-channel system, which will, in the long run, just get phased out. But we made some changes. Although they're completely compatible with each other, you can mix and match them. We have done some things that people wanted. We've eliminated the limiter. It is gone. And we've also gotten rid of the 1-2 mix. So Nason, if you bring it over, basically we have 8 mono channels. If you want the 1-2 mix, just link them as we used to, and that hard pans kills this knob just like the original, and you control with that one. The switches are capacitive. There's nothing to wear out. Hold on a second. All the connections are on one side, just like the Pro. So everything's in a line. You no longer have to worry about fumbling around plugging the RJ45 in like the old one. It's made in the United States, in Ohio, as a matter of fact. And it's gotten, everybody's loved it so far. So that's the Octo.
It's got a flat top, so it's easier to write on.
Yeah.
And you've also got, show the bottom again. There's an 1/8 inch and a 1/4 inch connection, so you don't need an adapter.
Right.
That's one other thing we changed.
And of course, still got the mic stand adapter.
Yep.
So.
All right, now I guess I'll flip the camera around and talk about one of the new products. So that we're releasing this new at NAMM 2018. This is actually just a proto, but this is the Switchback Matrix. And Matrix is spelled M8RX. So we're calling this a switchback instead of a hearback, and the reason is that it is a lot more than just a headphone monitor mixer. It's also an interface for your inputs. So you've got 2 studio quality mic preamps. You can also plug in 1/4 inch connections for a keyboard, guitar, bass, things like that. Then you've got 2 more channels over on this stereo 1/8 inch input. So a total of 4 channel input. Those 4 channels are available on the Dante network. So this would plug into your network switch with PoE plus power. So the power and all the digital audio is over one single Cat5. These channels are also available locally to the musician. You've got these concentric pots here, and then you've got 4 channels. You've got 1 mono channel, 2nd mono channel. These are your mic inputs. And then you got a stereo channel, so that's channel 3 and 4. You've got your master volume there, your headphone connection. Then you've got 4 channels from Dante here on the ring. You've got channel 1, channel 2, and then a stereo channel 3 and 4 here. So basically a total of 8 channels for headphone monitoring. The microphone preamp gain is controlled via a press button here, and it basically has 3 dB increments. And it goes as sensitive as -60 dB up to 30, -30. This can also be remote controlled from a software that will be provided with the system. So you can turn phantom power on and off remotely, adjust the gain remotely, and also for identification purposes, we have an RGB LED here that you can pick a color from a color wheel. So that way you can identify, you know, I'll have the green box, you give the blue box to somebody else, and it makes it easy to identify which person has which box. So that is the Switchback Matrix. Really, the great purpose for this is for recording studios and also live use. In recording studios, the only thing you really need is a computer and these boxes, because using the Dante virtual sound card, you can come in and out of your computer with just the Ethernet port. So you're not tying up any I/O on your computer or on your current setup. So this can work in conjunction with your current setup and provide everybody with their in-ear monitoring mix, as well as you've got your inputs here. So that's the switchback matrix. This will probably start shipping probably the end of summer, we hope. The other thing we could talk about too is the bridge. So this is also due for NAMM 2018. This is the Waves. You see that okay?
Yeah, there you go.
That's the Waves Sound Grid Bridge, or WSG Bridge. What this is we basically were able to take our HearBack Pro hub, and we thought, you know, this thing can work great as a converter, and we saw a need for converting between Waves and Dante. So on the back, you can see we've got a Dante card, and we've also got the Waves Sound Grid card. Now, one thing that's different is from our HearBack Pro is that these are configured for 64 channels, and it's also configured to send 64 channels from Dante to SoundGrid, but also go backwards. So it's bidirectional, 64 channels, up to 96 kilohertz sampling rate. Although when you go at 88.2 or 96 kilohertz, it's limited to 32 channels. That is a Dante limitation. You could stack two of these hubs if you needed more channels. But at 44.1 and 48 kilohertz, you've got 64 channels of bidirectional audio. So this is great if you have a Dante soundboard, but you want to be able to do the Waves SoundGrid processing. You could insert any of the plugins using the Waves server, and I believe they've got this packaged up on the Waves website. So distribution for this is exclusively through Waves. So if you're interested, definitely check out Waves and check out their pricing and their packages that they have with the Waves bridge. One other thing that we have is a brand new app, iOS app for the HearBack Pro. Check it out on our website, or if you have an iOS device, go to the App Store and search for HearBack Pro and download the new app. It's free, so you can kind of check out the new features. It's got a new look to it, a lot of new extra features as well. One of them being the ability to lock out individual functions on a HearBack Pro mixer. So if you don't want people getting into things like the pan, the auxiliary send, even the individual channels, you can actually give them a mix and lock it out so they can't change it if you want to. So a lot of new features, and these things are things that people have asked for. So we basically listen and do an update to provide those features. So check it out, or if you're in the area, come see us. We're at booth 10612 in Hall A.